Castle.
Hey guys, I'm Vaughn. I make comic books. I'm just a guy making comic books and selling them out of his garage in Oklahoma, man. And when I'm not making comic books, sometimes people hire me to write stories for them. And what happens when you write stories for someone? Well, you get to make an awesome book, hopefully. And in the end, they send you free copies. And they're called COMPS. The mainstream does this. They send you a lot of brilliant, maybe like, I don't know, 5 to 10. I don't even know because I haven't worked for the mainstream. I'm an indie kid. But you know what? It still pays off to work for Jon Malin because he sends you a lot of books. He sent me a lot of comps here, and I'm just really excited to have received them. This is Godlike, the Romulus saga. This is the supplemental book. This has 2 stories, one of them being mine. They're 2 juicy stories. As you can see, it's a thicker book. It feels great. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys about what it's like to get your comps in. I'll be honest with you, there's a moment of fear that strikes every freaking time you get your comps in because you don't know how it's going to turn out for sure. You think you do. You think you're proud of your work or it's good. So you really just have to take it and you got to read it. So yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm really glad I just got these in not too long ago. This is Godlike. This is Jon Malin's baby. This whole universe that he's created. And I'm very honored that he hired me to get to write and add to it. So there's 2 stories. First one being by John and good old Mark Polton. I love him. So I haven't read this one yet at all. I know nothing about it. It looks cool as hell. But we will skip over this badass. Oh, that looks really rad. We will skip over this awesomeness and get to My Little Tale. And I've never seen this piece of art that was made for my story. It's right here by Jon Malin, you see on the right. Holy moly, dude. This is, Jon Malin kills it every time. Look how rad this looks. It's all the characters, the detail, the composition. I mean, this is, to me, I'll put this up against anything in the mainstream. So that gives me hope. That makes me happy. But let's get into the actual story that I wrote. Lords of Abaddon. Story by me and John, script by me. And then we got Clayton Barton helped with this and Brett Barkley, awesome artist. And then great colors here. Oh, good job. So we've got some cool people working on this. This is going to be a hard-hitting story about a place called Abaddon that John told me about. And we worked from there. He, of course, has it all fleshed out in his mind, all the lore and backstories to things. And from there, I got to just kind of play in his playground for a bit and just make it awesome. Look at this. This came out great. Look at these colors. Oh, I'm really happy with it. I'm telling you, no matter how confident you are, when you get your comps, there's this weird moment of fear. Like, am I going to start trying to read this and it's going to be crap? It's not going to flow very well. It's not going to look very good. But with John's books and the quality teams he puts together, which I really appreciate him doing, he doesn't have to hire anyone, you know? But he finds these indie people with talent, puts us onto these rock and roll teams, and we churn out rockin' books. So I'm really happy with this. Lords of Abaddon is the story of David, who's the kind of the prince of a crime family who works with other families within Abaddon. It's a corrupt cesspool hellhole of a mining colony turned criminal underworld party, basically, where, everything's corrupted, everything's rusted, everything's trashed, everything's insane and violent. They have gladiatory battles. They have, it's a brutal, unforgiving place where you're going to get killed if you make the wrong move, and only the strong survive. So it was totally awesome to get to work on this and work in John's universe. I wrote this multiple drafts for John and thought we were done, but with John, no, he never stops polishing that stone, which I think shows in the final work. He and I ended up working on it again while we were lettering it, and he came in and added to what I wrote in his own ways, which hopefully helps it. It's his world in the end. It's not mine. You know what I mean? He does a lot of world building because he's trying to get us into the godlike universe that he's created. So I get to play in it, but in the end, John, it's his world. He gets to say kind of what goes in terms of world building and story and stuff. So we have something really cool here. It's kind of think of it as kind of a kung fu hero story where a guy learns to use his power through the Romulus. What is the Romulus? In Godlike, the Romulus, think of it as kind of like the Force, but it's its own version of power. It manifests itself in different cool ways. And in our story, our hero's learning how to use that power through his fist, through even just a fingertip, to be able to just mess dudes up. He ends up going to this prison and losing everything. It's a story of betrayal. It's a story of losing everything and building yourself back up through focus and hard work and learning how to pick yourself up out of the shadows again, really. It's a great tale, man. I think people are hopefully digging this. I'm hearing people are digging it online. Good stuff. So yeah, and what's cool about the Godlike universe is it's cyber stuff, it's robots, it's whatever awesomeness you need it to be. Godlike seems to provide. That's something I really like about it. This book feels great too to the touch. Man, the printing of this came out beautifully. Look at this. Yeah, this takes down most things that are on the shelves from the mainstream these days. Look how good that is. Jon just kills it. He did special things. Thank you, Jon, for hiring me. So yeah, this is great stuff. I'm really proud of it. The fear immediately went away when I got to my story and started looking at it. It just looks great. I'm gonna read it later and make sure everything flows well. But I mean, this has some great twists and turns. It's got a creepy prison cube that kind of floats just a little above the ground. Real evil. They used to keep all the evil mutants in there, but now they put people in there and take them off to the gladiator battles to die in the arenas against the killer robots. So it's just fun. It's action. It's adventure. It's high tea as it gets, and it's really a story about corruption and betrayal and darkness and overcoming it. So hopefully people like the way that came out. Comps are special, man. Artists, I've heard of some people in indie forgetting to send comps to the people who worked on their book. I think that's really not cool. Artists deserve a comp, you know, they really do. There's this feeling of accomplishment that comes with it, and you like to put it on your shelf like I do. Here's some other comps. And it kind of shows you what you're building through your work, you know. You'd like to have a bookshelf of your stuff, you know. I did a Tiger Blue Unsung with a bunch of other cool creators. Look at this awesome book. Thick, beautiful art, crazy stories throughout, a whole bunch of stories all interconnected. Here's a Cave Slave comp I got when I worked with Narwhal, really rad. Came out awesome. Here's a recent one I also got from Art T. Bear, where he let me do a full one and done tale. Sent me 2 comps for black and white high octane. Look at that. Pretty sweet. And then we got Psycho Killers that I made with Gifted Rebels, which is just, I mean, look at this. Flashy. Comps are great, and you will feel a little fear sometimes, but once you open it up and enjoy it, I mean, it makes all the work worth it. It's great to kind of get this as kind of your little reward for all the work you've done. You're holding something you created in your hand in the end. I think that's kind of special. So I really appreciate you guys tuning into this. I love my comps, as you can see. I keep them all on my shelf in my living room so I can always remind myself how far I've come and what I've helped create for people. If you want to hire me to write your book, I am available. I will take on other jobs. I'm pretty fast and I'm damn good at what I do. I'm at the top of my game right now. I'm really enjoying it. I hope Jon Malin hires me to keep continuing this story because there's more to tell in the Lords of Abaddon. A lot more to tell. So Jon and I have this epic tale for you guys. Can't wait to work on this more with him. Godlike is kick-ass. Please look it up. The Romulus Saga will blow your mind. Jon is killing it out there. He's doing bigger, more interesting things than a lot of people in the mainstream. And I just think books like this are a testament to that. And so thank you, Jon, for the comps. Appreciate it. Thank you all. Thanks all you guys who sent me these comps for them. They're just awesome. My library grows, boys and girls. My library's growing. So yeah, let me know if you want me to work on anything for you. I would very much like to. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. I appreciate you tuning in. Thanks.
Von's Haunted Castle. Ha 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 ha.